We have got some problems here that are based on laws of exponents of real numbers. In order to understand this tutorial properly, it is important that you have watched the previous video tutorial that covers the theoretical portion of laws of exponents of real numbers. So assuming that you have watched that tutorial, let's begin this discussion. So here you have 64 raised to power of 1 by 2. Now 64 raised to power of 1 by 2 means that 64 is square root of 64. Now square root of 64 is actually what? Square root of 8 multiplied by 8. Square root of 8 multiplied by 8 means what? That the answer is 8. Okay. The next is 32 raised to power of 1 by 5. It means that it's talking about the fifth root. So 32, fifth root of 32 means that you have to understand this. 1 by 5 means it's talking about the fifth root. We have discussed all these things in our previous video tutorial. So this is basically what's the fifth root of 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. That is the fifth root of 2 raised to power of 5, because 2 raised to power of 5 is 32. Therefore, the fifth root is 2. The fifth root is 2. Okay. Now here, this is 125 raised to power of 1 by 3. So 125 raised to power of 1 by 3. Now you can solve this problem in two ways. The first way is, one way is that 125 means what? 125 means 5 raised to power of 3. And then this whole raised to power of 1 by 3. So this uses the law of exponents, that is, if a raised to power of m whole raised to power of 1 by n, whole raised to power of n, then it is equal to a raised to power of m multiplied by n. So in this case, m is 3, n is 1 by 3. So this becomes 5 raised to power of 3 multiplied by 1 by 3. That is 5 raised to power of 3 by 3. That is 5 raised to power of 1. That is equal to 5. The other way is, another way is, this is 125 raised to power of 1 by 3. It means that simply take this cube root of 125. So cube root of 125 means what? That it is actually cube root of 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. That is cube root of 5 raised to power of 3. That is, the cube root of 5 raised to power of 3 is 5. Now if you're wondering that can't we use these two different ways in all these problems? Yes, of course you can. Like in this case, this is 64 1 by 2. You can write this as, this is 64. So this is actually 8 raised to power of 2 whole raised to power of 1 by 2. So this is the law of exponents. Using this law of exponents, it is 8. 2 multiplied by 1 by 2 means 8 raised to power of 2 by 2. That is equal to 8. Same thing in this case. This is 32 raised to power of 1 by 5. It means that 2 raised to power of 5 whole raised to power of 1 by 5. That is equal to 2 raised to power of 5 multiplied by 1 by 5. That is 5 by 5. That is equal to 2. So you can use this the two ways to solve these two as well. Now here it is 9 raised to power of 3 by 2. So 9 raised to the power of 3 by 2, you can solve this by 1 by 2 means what? It's talking about the square root. So if it is talking about the square root, then you can do it like this. I'll show you different ways to solve this. Okay. So this is 9 raised to power of 3 by 2. Okay. If this is 9 raised to power of 3 by 2, then we can write it as 3 square. 9 is what? 3 square. This whole raised to power of 3 by 2. Now it is of the form a raised to power of n whole raised to power of n. That is equal to a raised to power of m multiplied by n. So from here you get 3 raised to power of 2 multiplied by 3 by 2. This 2 gets cancelled and you get 3 raised to power of 3. right? So 3 raised to the power of 3 means what? It is actually talking about 3 times 3 times 3, that is 27. Okay, another way is that you can solve it by, this is 9 raised to the power of 3 1 by 2. So you can take 9 cube, first take 9 cube and then take the square root, right? Then take the square root. So this is actually square root of, 9 times 9 is 81, times 9 is 919, and 9 8 72, right? Yes, 729. Now the square root of 729 is actually what? 27. It's exactly same. The third way is, and we have discussed all these things when we were talking, when we learned about the theoretical portion of this laws of exponents. The third way can be, first take the square root and then take the cube of it, right? Because if a raised to the power of p by q, then that is equal to, either first you take this power and then take the qth root, or you first take the qth root and then take the power. Both these two are actually the same. So using this, square root of 9 means what? 3. So 3 raised to the power of 3 is what? 27, right? So I've shown you 3 different ways in which you can solve this problem. You should know all the ways, and you should just explore the different ways in which you can solve. Don't just restrict yourself to one formula or one way, right? Just think about different ways in which you can solve the problems. Mathematics is all about, experimenting. Just keep on thinking that what are all ways in which you can, solve problems and all. Okay, so okay, next is 32 raised to the power of 2 by 5. I'm just going to show you one way. If you want to explore different ways, as we have done in the case of 9 raised to the power of 3 by 2, you can do this. Okay, so this is 32 raised to the power of 2 by 5. I'll solve it by 32 means what? 2 raised to the power of 5, and this is 2 raised to the power of, whole raised to the power of 2 by 5. This is actually what? Again, this formula. So 2 raised to the power of 5 multiplied by 2 by 5. 5 gets cancelled and you get 2 raised to the power of 2, that is equal to 4. The next one is C, is 16 raised to the power of 3 by 4. Now 16 raised to the power of 3 by 4 can be written as 4 raised to the power of 2, right? 4 raised to the power of 2. Now 4 raised to the power of 2, and then this is 3 by 4. From here, the same law of exponents, you get 4 multiplied by, 4 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 by 4. So from here, this becomes 2 and you get 4 raised to the power of 3 by 2. Now I'm going to first take the square root and then I'll take the cube of it. So square root of 4 is what? 2. Then 2 raised to the power of 3 will give you 8. In this case, this is 125 raised to the power of minus 1 by 3. So 125 raised to the power of minus 1 by 3 is actually what? 5 cubed whole raised to the power of minus 1 by 3. Now 5 raised to the power of 3 whole raised to the power of minus 1 by 3, again the same law. So 3 multiplied by minus 1 by 3. This gives you 5 raised to the power of minus 1. Now 5 raised to the power of minus 1 means what? 1 by 5, because a raised to the power of minus 1 is 1 by a. Okay. Okay, here you have 2 raised to the power of 2 by 3 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 1 by 5. Now it is of the form a raised to the power of m multiplied by a raised to the power of n, that is equal to a raised to the power of m plus n. So using this you get 2 raised to the power of 2 by 3 plus 1 by 5. Now if you take the LCM of 3 and 5, you get 15. And this is 3 times 5 and then 10 plus 5 times 3 and this 3, and you get 2 raised to the power of 13 by 15. Okay, just leave it here because you cannot take the 15th root of 2 and all, so this will be your answer. Okay, now in this case this is 1 raised by 3 raised to the power of 3 and then whole raised to the power of 7. Okay, so this is 1 3 raised to the power of 3 and this whole raised to the power of 7. This is, can we write it as this 1 by 3 raised to the power of 3 as 3 raised to the power of minus 3, because 1 by a raised to the power of m means that it is a raised to the power of minus m, right? Grade 8 mathematics. So this is 3 raised to the power of minus 3 and this whole raised to the power of 7. Now it is of the form that a raised to the power of m whole raised to the power of n is equal to a raised to the power of m multiplied by n. So from here m is minus 3 and n is 7, so 3 raised to the power of minus 3 multiplied by 7 means minus 21, right? This C1, this is 11 raised to the power of 1 by 2 divided by 11 raised to the power of minus 1 by 4. So it is of the form a raised to the power of m divided by a raised to the power of n, and this is equal to a raised to the power of m minus n. So a raised to the power of m minus n, in this case your a is 11, m is 1 by 2, n is 1 by 4, and from here you get 11. The LCM of 2 and 4 is 4, and you get 2 minus 1, and you get 11 raised to the power of 1 by 4, right? Now this last one, that says that 7 raised to the power of 1 by 2 multiplied by 8 raised to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, it's of the form, it uses the law of exponents that says that if a raised to the power of m multiplied by b raised to the power of m, then it is equal, the exponents are the same, so it is a multiplied by b raised to the power of m. So from this one you get 7 multiplied by 8 raised to the power of 1 by 2. This is 56 raised to the power of 1 by 2, right? This is 56 raised to the power of 1 by 2, and this is your answer.